Hi, my name's Shane Pestana, captain of the Ironmen here at River City Open. It's Sunday afternoon, just qualified, so we're pretty happy about that. Getting ready to go play tomorrow, play Infamous. It's going to been a good weekend so far, so we'll see what happens. I started playing in '89 when I was young. Once I was young, and I joined the Ironmen in '91, and we made a good run through the '90s, early 2000, and I retired from the team in 2001. And I came back coaching 2 years ago, and now I'm running the team. So it's pretty much where I'm at now. So we'll see how it goes from there. The coaching thing's definitely different for sure, but I'm learning as I go.
What are some of the the things that you've learned, and some of the mistakes maybe that you made as a coach, or some of the learning processes?
Mistakes as a coach, many, many. I'm a player's coach, and I believe in the guys, and sometimes you got to be a little more firm on guys, and I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, and it's getting better. I'm getting better, I think, and they're kind of getting used to me, how things work and go about doing things. So, but it's definitely a learning process. You learn every time. It's just like in anything else.
Looking at the game from when you were playing, why don't you tell us about what the game was like when you were playing, and then now what it's like now? Kind of contrast those two things.
Definitely nowadays the game's a lot faster paced. The guns are unbelievable. The paint's better. Yeah, the paint shot pretty good for us too, but I mean the guns made a big difference, and the fields definitely made a big difference on how the pace of the game's played, and the X-Ball format is fantastic. I wish the old team could have played an X-Ball. I think we would have hung with these kids for sure. I think that the old boys would have definitely given them all they could handle. But the old days are a little bit slower, a lot more technical, but I definitely think the game today is a lot better game. I think the skills nowadays, and compared to what we did back in the day, honestly, the fundamentals are still the same. You got to communicate, you got to shoot, snap shoot, and do the fundamental things. I think nowadays, I think you need to play more on your feet and be a little more aggressive. Where back in the day, you could it's more of a teamwork thing, where today an individual can make the difference. But it always comes down to the fundamentals: communication, shooting your gun, working together with your team. It's a team sport. I think the players nowadays, honestly, I think they handle their zone. Where back in the day, you had to handle the whole field because it was slower. You could make bumps, you could make moves, and go here and there. So I think that's one of the big differences. I think the kids nowadays, with the communication, the help from the coaches on the side, makes a big difference because they don't rely on their teammate as much as communication, where we had no one else to rely on but your brother next to you. Back when we started obviously with the autococker. That was the gun of the day, and that gun, it was really like. It was a piece of work for sure. It worked really well, but there was a lot of things that makes adjustments. Where nowadays our DM7s, they just shit and get. You put lube in them, put air in them, and go, and they're flawless. I mean, they really are. And I know a lot of the competitors' guns are good because we play against them all the time, obviously. But big difference in the guns nowadays. Our guns are fantastic. They shoot straight. They're consistent. They're the complete package. And the paint, our Evil paint. I mean, obviously. Almost every Evil team, I think, has won every X-Ball for the last 2 years. So, I think that we definitely have an advantage over the other teams. I'm sure they would disagree, but I feel that we have the best paint out there, and that makes a big difference. Coming into the event, we felt that at practice we could run. We could get wide. We could run to the corners. We could make it happen. We get wide on the teams and kind of go down each tape. And once we got to the event, we realized, good teams and good paint, and sometimes a little tough to get wide. So we made adjustments last night where we're kind of coming up short on the Dorito side and making a secondary bump and a third bump to actually bunkers that we were running to off the break the first 2 days. And I think that adjustment obviously helped today. We beat the All-A's pretty good. And I think that was our biggest adjustment. And I think honestly, we're opening up our offense a little bit more. After we make our initial bumps, we're going at them with everything we got. And I think it's going to work. We just got to keep doing what we do best, and that's attack. Keep, as a coach, honestly, you direct that ship the way they want to the way it's supposed to go. If the team's heading that way and they want to go down the snake, you just got to make them believe that we can go down the snake. And it's the same on the Dorito side. It's the same through the X, and you just kind of keep making them punch and keep making them forcing the issue down the field. At X-Ball events, we run anywhere from 5 to 6 set plays, different breakouts, and we kind of like the football. We script them. We'll do the 5 or 6 different plays, see what works, see what they do against us, and then we'll make our adjustments for the second half and as the game goes on. Obviously, we have to make adjustments if we're ahead. Obviously, have to make adjustments if we're behind. If we're ahead, we might try to slow the game up, but usually in X-Ball that doesn't work. You just got to keep punching. I'm Shane Pestana, captain of the Ironmen here at the River City Open with PbStar.
All right.